So, as any of you who have seen my modding tutorial will know, I used to use Vortex as my mod manager. I can no longer recommend Vortex to anyone. After my experience recently, I think it might even be the worst mod manager to have. So, for anyone who doesn't know by this point, a mod manager is a program that handles your mod downloads and injects the files into your games when you launch it. This is obviously very useful and means you don't have to mess around with the game files yourself. So, let's get straight into it. What's actually wrong with Vortex? It worked fine for me for years, and I didn't have a single issue with it. But recently, it has destroyed my entire mod list, rendering my game basically unplayable. As many of you may know, mod managers have a feature called profiles or instances. These are essentially separate mod lists for the same game. This allows you to quickly load up a mod list you've built for a specific character. At the time, I had 3 of these for Skyrim, one for when I was regularly playing, one for when I played with the Requiem mod, and one for playing with Skyrim Together Reborn. This is where the issues began to occur. So, when I was loading up a different profile, Vortex decided to completely get rid of some of my mods. When I checked my downloads, staging, and data folders, however, these mods were still downloaded. Vortex just decided they didn't exist anymore, as I had no way of knowing which mods were touched out of my hundreds. It rendered my game completely fucked. There's no other way of putting it. My game was fucked. It happened more and more whenever I switched profiles. As you can imagine, I had no idea why this was happening, and I wasn't exactly happy about it. This has been one of the reasons for my lack of uploads recently. I apologise for that. I've had to completely delete my game, and that's not just uninstalling it from Steam, but deleting the entire folder as well, as the data folders would still be intact with my mods for some reason. I then had to reinstall the game, and I'm now having to play it on the most recent Steam version. I have also had to build my mod list back from the ground up. Not exactly the easiest thing to do when you've been building up for a few years. So, what have I done? How have I come back from this? I have now switched to using Mod Organizer 2, and I know in my modding tutorial I said to not use it as it was more complicated and for more advanced modders, but I was wrong entirely. It may not have the sleek, modern look that Vortex has, but it's much more reliable and just gives a lot more freedom with your mods. It also doesn't put your mods into the data folder within the Skyrim directory, and instead it creates its own folder when you launch the game. This takes out the possibility of so many issues that end up happening for Vortex users. Another advantage of Mod Organizer 2 is the fact you don't have to wait forever for your mods to deploy. Once a mod is installed and enabled, it is deployed. It feels like a lot less hassle. Vortex has certainly improved over the last few years, and I would say it's fine for a lot of people. I just don't think it's reliable enough as of yet to be useful for me and many others. I am the only person who I've seen have this issue after I've done some digging. I know bugs are to be expected in any program, but this isn't just a bug. It completely broke my entire game. It has made me lose all of my trust in Vortex, and it will be a while before it can earn that trust back. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.